Hello friends, welcome to my channel. This is Charan. In this video I will show you in ASP.NET how to add multiple text box values into a grid view control dynamically. And here we got the final output, how to add multiple text box values into grid view control using view state. Let's add the name Charan at gmail.com. Salary is 15,000. Add values to grid view. See here, the values are added to the grid view control. Let's add the second value, James J at yahoo.com, 3,500. Add values to grid view. And notice that James value is also added to the grid view control. If you are a first time visitor to my channel, please subscribe to get the latest updates. For this video tutorial, I am creating a new ASP.NET application. Go to File, New Project, and from the web templates, I am selecting ASP.NET Web Application, and the .NET Framework I am using 4.6.1. The application name is Textbox Values into Grid View GV. Okay. And from the templates, I'm selecting empty, OK. And the project is created successfully. Let's open Solution Explorer. Now in this project, I'm adding a new web form page. Right click the project name, add web form. The web form name is Textbox Grid View Values. Click OK. And here we got the source page of the newly created web page, Textbox Grid View Values. Now between this form and due tag, I'm adding center tag h1, how to add multiple text box values into grid view control using view state. Horizontal line. Now after the horizontal line, I'm adding 3 text box controls, 1 button control and 1 grid view control. Let's add those controls. Open Toolbox. I'm expanding the standard folder. Come to the bottom, the text box control, which is a name. Copy this one. Email, salary, and I'm changing the text box IDs to text, name. The second text box is a text email, and the last one is a text salary. Adding horizontal line. After the horizontal line, I'm adding 1 button control. Open Toolbox, button control, and I'm changing the button property of the text. Add values to grid view. Horizontal line. After the horizontal line, I'm adding the grid view control. Open Toolbox again. Come to the bottom. I'm expanding the data folder, the grid view control. That's it. We have just finished the designing part. Now switch to the design mode. Double click the button control. And here we got the button click event. Now in this code behind, the first thing I'm adding the namespace using system.data. After adding the system.namespace, now I can able to access the data table class. Above the page load event, I'm creating the data table class. dt is equals to new data table. In the page load event, if not page.is post back. Now I'm creating the columns for this data table. dt.columns.add the first column of the data table, which is the name. Copy this one. We have three text box controls: name, and the second one is the email, and the third one is the salary. Now I'm adding the values in the view state. View state between double quotes records is equals to dt. Now I'm putting this data table columns inside the if condition. If view state records, copy this one, paste here, double equals to null, I'm closing this bracket after the view state records dt. Now we require the rows for the data table. dt is equals to, I'm adding this view state records dt, semicolon. And notice we got an error, cannot implicitly convert type object to system.data table. So let's typecast this one with the data table. Let's add rows to the data table. dt.rows.add the data rows we are adding from the text box name.text, comma, the second one text box email.text, and the last one text salary.text. After adding the rows to the data table, now the last one, we need to bind the data table to the grid view control. So grid view 1, which is the grid view id dot data source is equals to dt, grid view 1 dot data bind method. That's it, we have done the complete coding part. Let's check the results. Google Chrome, and here we got the final output, how to add multiple text box values into grid view control using view state. Let's add the name Charan at gmail.com, salary is 15,000. Add values to grid view. See here, the values are added to the grid view control. Let's add the second value, James J at yahoo.com, 3,500. Add values to grid view. And notice the James value is also added to the grid view control. That's it.